Hey y'all, hey, how are you doing on this great Wednesday? We are live on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all give me a minute. Let me get we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Let me get Instagram in the room. How y'all doing today? Let me know in the comments. We are about to get started in just a few minutes because I do want to be respectful of your time. Respectful of your oh shoot. I can't get myself together, y'all. Answer your credit questions. What? All right. We are going live. All right. Hey, Instagram, how are you all doing? How are you all doing today? Today, I am answering all of your credit repair questions. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited that you are here. Before we get started, I have two things to tell you. First, I want to remind you that season 3, episode 1 of the Credit Refresh podcast dropped today. So go take a listen wherever you listen to podcasts. In today, the podcast, I am taking you on my very own credit repair journey and how it all started and where I am now, my transformation and my new perspective on credit. So make sure y'all go take a listen to that today. And then the second thing I want to let you know about is the new resource that I have for you all. It is a 5-part credit repair video series with a workbook that is free. So make sure that you all go and download that. You can click the link in my bio. I will drop the link in the comments if you are on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook, then you can click the link in my bio to get that credit clarity blueprint. Again, it is a 5-part video series and a 5-part video series and a workbook. It is free. Make sure you download that, share it with your friends to download in the um end of the month. At the end of the month, I can't remember what day it is, but if you have downloaded the free resource, you are going to be entered into a chance to work with me. I'm going to give it away for 3 people. Work with me one-on-one to and I am going to help you with repairing your credit, giving you a credit strategy, giving you a plan of action, and we are going to work together one-on-one. So make sure you download that resource, share it with your friends to download so that you can be entered into that chance for one of 3 opportunities to work with me for free. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, let's get started. I am a credit repair specialist. I am a board certified credit consultant. My name is Kiwanis Rucker. I have an MBA and I'm the owner of KMJ Financial Services, where we specialize in credit restoration. I'm also the host of the Credit Refresh podcast that we just talked about. Okay, so season 3 drop, episode 1 dropped today. Go take a listen. There are also about 20 other episodes. It might even be 24 episodes that you can go and listen to today. If you're watching the replay, let me know. I always go back and look at the comments, type hashtag replay game. If you have questions, make sure, even if you're watching the replay, that you make sure you drop those in the comments. Today I'm answering all your credit repair questions, so I definitely want you to drop them in the comments so that I can answer them for you. I do have 4 questions that I received in my DM, so I'm going to answer those. Then I'm going to answer all your questions so I can give you time to type those in. I'm going to answer your questions and then we are going to move on. All right. So the first question that I received is, how long does it typically take to see improvements on your credit score after you've been working on your credit repair? So that question is very common. the best way that I can answer that is improvements in your credit score they can vary depending on the severity of the issues and your actions. Okay, so it depends on what's on your credit report and then what actions you take or what actions you may have taken in the past. And it really just depends on how long it's going to take to see improvement. Somebody with, you know, one or two collections or may see a difference faster than someone with 5-10 collections, you know, so because it takes a lot more work. So it might take a few months, it could not, you know, it could take a few weeks. So that question is very, very hard to answer, and it's going to depend on your unique situation. Okay. The second question I received is, can you explain the statute of limitations on debt and how it impacts your credit? So you may have seen the abbreviation SOL, the statute of limitations, and the statute of limitation varies by state. So everybody say it's probably going to be different, and it dictates how long a creditor can legally sue you for that debt. I'm in Tennessee. In Tennessee is 7 years. So they have 7 years to sue you. After 7 years, then they're out of luck. They can't sue you. It doesn't affect the reporting of your credit report, which is typically 7 years for most negative information. However, once the statute of limitation expires, creditors cannot sue you for their debt. And most times it's going to 7 to 10 years is going to fall off your credit report. But who's waiting 7 to 10 years for something to fall off your credit report, right? We're not waiting that long. All right, question 3. Are there any DIY credit repair tips that I can recommend, that you can recommend for those who are on a tight budget? So if you're not working with a credit repair specialist and you are on a tight budget, the one tip that I can give you is to check your credit report regularly. You want to monitor your credit report. If you are serious about credit repair or credit and how you want to use your credit, then you want to make sure you're checking your report on a regular basis. Review your credit reports for any errors or any inaccuracies regularly. You have the right to get a credit report once a year from the 3 major credit bureaus. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You can get that from the website annualcreditreport.com. That is annualcreditreport.com. That is the only website where you can get your 3 credit reports for free from the 3 major credit bureaus. If it's any other site, it's not going to be free. They also aren't going to email you and ask you any questions. If you get that, do not enter your information. Annualcreditreport.com. You're going to get them instantly. You will have to answer a few verification questions on the website, but anything else, don't do it, okay? If you're actively in the credit repair process, you should check your credit more often. And normally I would suggest a monitoring service like MyFICO or Identity IQ. But this question asks if you're on a tight budget, and if you don't have the $39 a month for the monitoring service like MyFICO or Identity IQ, I would suggest using one of those free monitoring services. We all know the most popular one. I don't have to name it, but I only suggest you using them as a reference. Okay, don't use them as for your credit score, because they're going to use the Vantage scores. It's not going to be your FICO score. Use it. You can definitely use it as a reference, though, if you're on a tight budget. So that is my one suggestion if you are doing DIY credit repair. What you should do is check your credit reports regularly. And if you're on a tight budget and you can't afford one of the monitoring services, the $39 a month like MyFICO or Identity IQ or Credit Smart, use one of the free monitoring services, but only use it as a reference. All right, question 4. If you have questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. Question 4 is, how can I prioritize which debts to pay off first when working on credit repair? So how you prioritize your debt is going to depend on many different factors, and it may be different from someone else. You want to look at your interest rates. your outstanding balances, and then the type of debt it is. If you have a very high interest rate on one of your debts, that might be one that you want to tackle first because you want to get rid of that high interest. While you're tackling that one first, but then you also want to make sure that you're making at least the minimum payments on all other debts. Okay. And then somebody else may, if it just depends on what your situation is and what your goals are, they may consider tackling the smaller debts first to get them out of the way, and then work on the debt that is more. But it also depends on your situation, so you definitely want to look at those factors first: the interest rate, the outstanding balance, and then the type of debt that it is. And then you make a strategy of how you want to tackle those debts. If you want to tackle them with the highest interest rate first, or if you want to tackle them the smaller balances first, you make that decision on that. But so that's my thoughts on that. Okay. I don't see any questions in the comments. I did see we just went over the 4 that I received in my DM. Again, you guys, Credit Refresh Podcast, Season 3, Episode 1, drop today. Go take a listen wherever you listen to the podcast. And then the free resource, I want you guys to go and download that. There's a 5-part video series with a workbook. It's going to have proven strategies in it to help you on your credit repair journey. Make sure you go and download it. Share the link with all your friends and family so they can download it. It's really going to help you on this credit repair journey. Click the link in my bio for that free resource, or if you are on Facebook or YouTube, I dropped it in the comments for you, or you can click the link in my bio as well. Again, I'm giving, at the end of the month, I'm giving 3 people the opportunity to work one-on-one with me, and that is for those that have downloaded the free resource. Again, go and get that resource. If you have any additional questions, you can drop those in the comments. I do look at the comments after the live is over, so you can drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you to the best of my ability. Make sure that you listen to the podcast and download the free resource. Until next time, y'all stay safe.